and today's video is going to be a very short one because there's just one thing that I want to make you aware of today, and it is a strategy that's known as small hinges swinging big doors. And it originates from the simple fact that if you have a look at a door, it's a large, often heavy item. And if you have a look at the hinges, they're often very small, but they're very strong, and they're sufficient to move a large door. Now, why is this relevant to business? Well, in business, there are small changes that can be made, and they can have a dramatic impact on the business. And sometimes they're referred to as small hinges. And the reason for making this video is I sat down this morning with a local business who is a cafe. We had a look at their business, and there were a number of small hinges and changes that I recommended this particular business owner make. And I'm not sharing her name because I don't have her permission to do so. But those changes were very, very small. They didn't cost anything to implement, but they will probably add $10,000 or more to her turnover each year. That's a very conservative estimate. So small hinges, very little work, great outcome. So it's a very simple strategy. So when I'm looking at doing this with any business, or indeed when you're looking at your own business, come back to these simple 3 ways to grow a business. One is to increase the number of customers coming in the door. 2 is to increase the average transaction value of that customer. So when they're doing business with you, get them to spend a bit more on average. And the 3rd one is to increase the number of transactions that they do with your business over their lifetime. Now, some businesses you can impact all 3. Some businesses you might just focus on one. In the case of the business that I worked with this morning, we looked primarily at the 2nd one, which was to increase the average transaction value per customer, because to a large extent the business was maxed out in terms of what it could deal with in its busy periods, and it had a good share of the local market in the quieter periods during the week. So what she needed to do was actually to get more from the people who were there. So we brainstormed, we came up with 3 or 5 different ideas, and as I said, they're going to add significantly to her turnover over the next 12 months. So when you're looking at your business and thinking about how to grow it, just remember you're not looking for anything revolutionary. You're looking for little changes that will have a big impact. Often as a business owner, it's actually hard to see those. You often need some outside perspective, and I'd be quite happy to have a free Skype chat with anyone who would like to take that up, subject of course to my availability to have a look at your business in terms of how you might increase the number of customers, increase how much they're spending, or increase how often they're coming back. The majority of businesses can, as an absolute minimum, and I say absolute minimum, increase turnover by 10% virtually without even trying. But many businesses could double or 10x their turnover with a few simple strategies. So if you'd like to take me up on that, my name's William Siebler. You can find me if you're interested. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you've got any questions, I encourage them to post them where you see this video. Thank you very much.